You ever sat at your desk feeling like you've been studying for hours, but you've barely made a dent in your work? Does it feel like no matter how much time or effort you put in, you just keep falling behind? Or worse, you ace the test but then promptly forget everything you studied? Yeah, we've all been there. And let's be real. We've all faked studied at least once. Be honest. How many times have you told yourself you were going to study when really you were scrolling, daydreaming, or rewriting the same notes in 5 different colors? Yeah, AI's watching and it's about to roast your study habits so hard you'll never fake study again. Welcome to the channel. We get it. Studying can feel like deciphering ancient texts sometimes. And when you're drowning in books and notes, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Let's face it, the way we study isn't exactly rocket science. But in the sea of information out there, finding that golden clarity amidst the ocean of knowledge can feel like finding a needle in a haystack. So how do you cut through the noise and find that clarity? Well, it starts with knowing where you're putting your study energy. Most students aren't failing because they're dumb. They're failing because their study system is chaos disguised as productivity. You sit down with good intentions, 3 hours later, you've memorized 1 paragraph and watched 17 YouTube shorts. You highlight entire textbooks like it's an art project, then forget everything during the exam. You make perfect notes, but never revise them. You start a Pomodoro timer, but you end up timing how long you can scroll Instagram without guilt. Does any of this sound familiar? Here's the brutal truth. Studying isn't about how long you sit. It's about how clear your brain is. And right now, your brain is drowning in stress, dopamine hits, and clutter. That's why you feel like you're working hard, but moving nowhere. In fact, researchers peg this phenomenon as a symptom of modern life. They call it focused, or lack thereof. A lack of clarity leads to mindless scrolling, daydreaming, procrastination, and binging. The worst part, it feels productive, but you're really just feeding your brain's lizard complex. Dopamine, the feel-good chemical in your brain, gets a spike every time you check an Instagram post, watch a TikTok, or scroll through Reddit. And guess what? AI understands this better than anyone. So here's the truth about studying smarter, not harder. It comes down to 3 major areas where AI will help you gain clarity and drop the useless busy work. First, one-page rule. If your notes don't fit on 1 page, you're overcomplicating. Second, 90/10ths focus. Spend 90% of your study time testing yourself, only 10% reading. Third, clear perfect. Forget aesthetic notes. Your brain doesn't care about fonts and colors. It cares about clarity. Let's apply this framework with an example. Say you're struggling with Chapter 3 of your algebra textbook, which is like deciphering a secret language. Instead of rereading the chapter 10 times hoping it'll magically sink in, use AI to generate flashcards on key concepts. Now you've got bite-sized clarity you can digest. But wait, there's more. We know that drowning in books and notes can leave you feeling like you're making zero progress. So what's the solution? Well, it starts with knowing where you're putting your study energy. That's why we've put together a cheat sheet that will show you how to hack your study system using AI. It's a guide that will take you from drowning in books to finding that clarity you need to succeed. Your grades don't depend on studying more. They depend on studying with clarity. AI isn't here to replace you. It's here to roast your bad habits and hand you the cheat sheet to focus. If you clicked this video, you're probably tired of wasting hours upon hours trying to figure out the best study strategies. You know, the ones that promise you'll ace every test, but leave you more confused than before. You've tried it all, from highlighting your textbook to writing endless notes and flashcards. But let's be real, you're still feeling lost and overwhelmed. And let's face it, traditional studying is like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. You're left feeling more stressed than successful. Here's the deal. If you want to stop fake studying and actually learn smarter, not harder, I've put something in the description that'll change how you use AI for your studies forever. But don't click if you're happy wasting hours. Click only if you're ready to study in half the time with double the clarity. Because remember, I don't give you answers. I simplify the chaos so you can see clearly. That's what this channel is about. If you felt roasted, but also seen, hit subscribe. Because this was just lesson 1. The clarity revolution is just getting started.